Alrighty, so I think the thingy-majig, thingy, little whatever you're going to call that thing is all good though. So hello everybody, ZardCast here, back at it again to give y'all another very exciting video. And for today, yes, marks my second episode of my for my ZardCast podcast series though. So I'm just, really glad I'm able to kind of sit down and talk to y'all about any kind of gaming related news, any kind of, just kind of things that have been happening within the past 2 weeks or so. So honestly, all right, so here's the deal though. I know I got one of my friends, Sanikyu. He'll be over here in a bit though. So right now I'm just sort of kind of like a little stalling for time just a little bit. He'll probably be popping up here in a bit. Not sure about the rest of the crew. I know some people aren't able to make it tonight. Some other ones might have a little bit of something to say on certain topics though, but this might be primarily a me show with a little bit with my bro Sanikyu over here though, but he'll probably be over here in a bit though. But just to kind of, sort of kind of kick things off, just kind of like just how my weeks have been going. And I'm like, oh shoot, you know what? I had one of them kind of days where honestly it was like, shoot. You always have those sort of kind of days. If you ever been, working with somebody within customer service or just retail things in general, though, just honestly just dealing with a whole bunch of people like that. Oh gosh, like my day has been up, down, left, right, up, like I don't know. I'm not getting paid to get like a manager position or nothing like that though. But honestly, that's what I felt like today. You always have those certain moments where people kind of sort of come up to you and just say, "Oh man, can you help me do A? Can you help me do B? Can you help me do C?" I don't know. It was just a lot of stress, and then I had a lot of other different stuff happening this morning though. So it's just nice to kind of be able to sit down and honestly just be able to just to kind of chat about just gaming related stuff, pop culture segments, just my normal kind of just my normal kind of stuff with me along with some of my bros over here though. So honestly, I've been really enjoying that though. Now, honestly, in terms of news stuff that's been happening this week, I'm trying to think of some stuff that I have that's not on my list, but little things that I probably want to go ahead and mention anyway though. Honestly, I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? This is one thing I could actually be talking about right now. Just some games I've been playing throughout the week. Now, I know I've honestly been playing like quite a bit of Smash Brothers. I know, like, gosh, I'm trying to think exactly how many hours I have on Smash Brothers at the moment. If I pull it, shoot, I want to say it's getting close to 400 hours, and it's honestly just kind of mind blowing how many hours I put into Smash in comparison to this is Splatoon 2, which I have like 900 something hours. That's probably the game I'm closest to almost having 1,000 hours in. So I'm like, okay, I've been putting my time in Smash though. But lately I've been putting some time into another game I actually recently started because of a really good deal. Like I ain't gonna lie, I'm sort of kind of a cheap gamer in terms of whenever it comes to older games that has been out for a period of time. You know what? I like to pick those games up for dirt cheap. And I mean, when I mean dirt cheap, I mean dirt cheap. The game that I picked up was none other than Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for the Nintendo Switch. And honestly, I remember this deal going up on some random old night. And I didn't figure out about it until like the very next morning. And honestly, with that, I was like, oh shoot, like I figured out that they were selling that game for Captain Toad for almost $4. It was like $4 and almost like 20 cents by the time it was done though. But the thing is with that is it was up on Walmart retailer's website, and it said it was posted for like the DLC itself. So honestly, any random old person would have looked at that and would have thought it was just the DLC for Captain Toad, not the actual game itself. So honestly, they would just go ahead and just, ignore it, move on though. But from a certain Twitter website, they just said, hey, you know what, that's up on there. And I was like, gosh dang it, I freaking missed out on Captain Toad Treasure Tracker for $4.20. I was super upset. Turn around the very next day, and I was talking with my friends about it though, and they're like, man, you should have your notifications on for that one Twitter account. And I was like, oh shoot, I usually stick with my Nintendo Twitter account. They're usually the ones that kind of hook me up with certain games, and once things get cheap, or notifications for limited editions and stuff like that though. So honestly, they were the ones that were the ones I normally follow. So turn around the very next day, and lo and behold, I was in the middle of work. I was in the break room. I kid you not. I happened to whip out my phone just to see, what kind of notifications I got on there. And I saw it pop up again from Nintendo, say, hey, look, the deal has activated once again. You can get Captain Toad Treasure Tracker with the DLC included for $4.20. I flipped out my phone so fast, pulling out my wallet, flipping up my cards like this. Like people probably were thinking like I was crazy in that break room because I think there might have been like three other people back there though. I was like reading, I was like typing in my credit card information, trying to get that all up in there in the system though. Honestly, it was super crazy. I was like, oh shoot, I was just lucky that I was able to actually get that in there and managed to purchase the game. Now, I know I had a couple of friends that were a little bit salty, I kid you not, because matter of fact, I didn't notify them in the way that, they could have got the message. I mean, I threw it up on Twitter after fact. I know my other dude, my other friend over here, Mario, he tried to get the thing, I think roughly about 10 or 15 minutes after I managed to get it. And his thing was canceled. It honestly took me about, I want to say, a couple of hours or so in their email notification, or not email notification, but their email delivery system. It took about 2 hours afterward. And from that point, then they were able to give me the code and stuff, and I was able to register and whatnot though. But I think that is, to the best of my knowledge, one of the cheapest Nintendo IP games I think I ever gotten. The other thing that could have been cheaper than that, what could have been Yoshi's Crafted World. I remember the same similar situation with Captain Toad happened with Yoshi's Crafted World, where Target had a glitch in their system, and that sucker was $3. And I was super upset when that game was $3 with their online website, and I just completely missed out on it because I think it happened at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I was super upset about it. And I was like, bro, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I was like, man, I'm like, why in the world? Like, why in the world did I miss that? It was a super unfortunate though. So when I saw the Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I was like, heck no, like there's no way on this green earth I'm gonna miss out on this situation or on this great opportunity like that. So I was like, oh, thank goodness I was able to sneak up in there and get that game. So I think that was like one of my personal highlights for the week right there, in terms of like just games I've been going through and playing. I managed to complete the first 2 episodes for that game, and I think I'm on the third one now. I think past the first half of what would be episode 3. So I'm getting very close to the very end of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker though. So honestly, I think if I sit down one more time and play one more session, honestly, I think I honestly would be pretty good and be very close to finishing though. But honestly, if I were to sort of kind of give like a mini review of it, since I'm almost about done with it. Oh, sorry about that. I had to swig a little bit of my Coke. Ooh, man, it's honestly really good. But yeah, whoo, shoot, okay. But yeah, if I were to give like a little mini review over Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, I have to say the game is honestly pretty pleasing. I mean, I like that little the view that you get from it, from that isotopic, or I don't know, whatever they call it though. But it's almost like a bird's eye view where you're able to flip the camera around. Honestly, it's really nice just kind of going through there and seeing that. And honestly, I feel like it's not a super challenging game by any means necessary though, but it's just very nice just to kind of go through and just try to go through the thing. I'm not trying to 100% it, but the thing I was trying to do with the game, I was trying to basically get all the gems within every stage. There are a few levels that I actually managed to actually miss getting all of the gems on, which is a little bit unfortunate though. But I've been outside of that, I've been kind of going through it and been almost getting every single little thing for it though. But I mean, outside of that, I mean, it's been a really good, solid game, and I just gotta say, if you hadn't gotten the game, I mean, shoot, I'll recommend go ahead and getting it because I mean, there ain't nothing to lose with that game. It's not your over the top, extremely crazy kind of a game though, but honestly, it could be super fun. It could be super fun. It could just honestly be really good fun. So I'm like, hey, if you hadn't played the game, you might as well go ahead and do it because that would be the game that I'll be recommending right there though. So honestly, go play Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, man. It's a solid game. It's really fun. You can see it there, right up there on the screen though. Took a while. It took a while for me to be able to show that display though. Had some little funky little things with my settings though, but play this game, man. Play it, enjoy it, a lot of stuff. So that's my quick little take over Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. A little mini review, should I say? But I think besides that and Smash Brothers, I played a tad, a little bit of Ori, Will of the Wisp. But outside of that, that's honestly some of the biggest games I think I've been going through and playing throughout this week though. So that's pretty much does it in terms of that though. Now I'm gonna take another swig of this little Coke over here though, because man, I didn't think I would be soloing it this long though, but I always gotta love my Coke. I always gotta love my Coke. All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and start off with one of the topics that I managed to get over here, which I think is one of the things I feel like I would feel more personally attached to rather than some of my other friends over here. So let me go ahead and get this set up for y'all real quick. All righty, so we had a announcement that none other than Godzilla versus Kong is gonna be out sometime this year. I think the original release of it is going to be sometime in the month of March. Can't remember the exact day though. But Godzilla versus Kong, whole freaking shoot. I just had to put my 2 cents on this though, because honestly, like with these sort of kind of movies, you ain't gonna get no crazy kind of plot within these type of movies though. It's just meant to be flashy, be super kind of high pack in action and stuff. And honestly, it's just one of those shows where it's like it's just a good movie just to sit, watch, see all of the crazy kind of commotion that's going to be going down on it. And outside of that, just don't be super critical on it though. And that's just honestly how it feels to me. And now, if you were to say which one's my favorite, is it Godzilla or is it Kong? I honestly got to go with my boy Kong over there though. I mean, it just reminds you too much of my boy DK over there. DK. Donkey Kong. Like, bruh, like, how can you not get behind that? Everybody knows about Godzilla. Like, he's basically like Superman, and Godzilla and Kong is basically like Batman. Superman's all ripped and stuff. He's not. He's pretty much the one that you obviously would think will win though, but. I'm more so kind of with the more realistic sort of kind of character, so that's why I believe the reason why I really do like Kong though. Now, the thing I was looking at this one trailer though was honestly, it's like, why in the world are these two sort of kind of fighting? Like, I was thinking about it. I was like, why are these two fighting? Because it's like, honestly, I was just thinking to myself, like, Godzilla within like the past couple of movies he had, he's been a hero. He's stopped like these other big creatures from basically taking over the world. Like he was basically acting like the king and say, "Hey, you better get in line behind me. Don't do no crazy crap on this earth, lest you're gonna answer to me straight up like this stuff." So honestly, just kind of going through and looking at that, it's like they almost pin him out to be the bad character because they have to literally go to Kong Skull Island to go pick up Kong so that way they can sort of kind of fight against him because Godzilla's just kind of going throughout the earth and just sort of kind of like rampaging for like no good reason, honestly. So I was like, but that's like the basic premise of the plot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and make like a little prediction right here. I feel like somebody's putting Godzilla up to this for some oddball reason or something crazy within the earth is happening that's sort of kind of throwing off its senses or whatnot though. The reason why it's going on a rampage, because I don't think it's just like for non or I don't think that he's just going on a rampage for no good reason. Like I feel like there's a reason for it. We just don't know exactly for what purpose though. So I feel like that's the main reason why Godzilla's kind of going out of control though. So I mean honestly, I feel like it's going to be super fun to be able to go through and watch this movie. Now, there's going to be a couple of different ways how you're going to be able to watch this movie. Number one is you can obviously go and see it in theaters. That's one option. However, the other option would be is you can watch it on HBO Max. Now we know with HBO Max you pay like $15, $15 a month, if I remember right. $15 a month you normally pay for this stuff. Now, this movie is going to be available for the first 30 days for no additional cost. For no additional cost, you're going to be able to watch this movie and be able to just straight up enjoy it, though. That's the one thing I do like about HBO Max in comparison to Disney Plus, which I guess Disney Plus, you're only paying about $8 a month, or at least that's what I'm paying. And I guess with HBO Max, you're technically paying twice the amount for a monthly subscription though. So I feel like that might be one of the reasons why with HBO Max they're able to just constantly be able to give you that what would be a premiere access just naturally included. They just put like a time limit on it, like for the first month, and then afterward, I imagine there's probably going to be like a premiere access, like how much you have to pay extra on top of your subscription if you miss that time frame of a window, though. Because we also did get the announcement of, or not announcement, but or I guess sort of kind of announcement of that new Disney movie, the one that's relating with that woman and the dragon. We do know that that one's coming out as well within the first half of this year, and that one's having premiere access. Which with the premiere access thing, it honestly it costs 30 extra bucks on top of your normal $8 a month. So honestly, I was like, every time I look at that, I'm like, gosh dang, that's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. You can also be able to go and watch it in theaters. And I think with the thing with Premiere Access, it benefits families. So 30 bucks if you're like, let's just go ahead and do the math real quick, because if you were to go to the movie theater, get snacks, drink, whatever, let's just say your whole ticket and everything just costs you a $10 average. Ideally, if it's one person or two people, it's ideally going to be cheaper for you to just to go basically with two people, it's better to go off to the theaters to go see it. However, if the second that you get 3+ people, you might as well go ahead and just purchase the thing on Disney Plus. Go ahead and have it with the premiere access and watch it with your family at home. So I feel like, yes, for most families, they're going to buy up the Disney, or they're going to buy up the premiere access. That's just a huge benefit for them. Granted, for other people that might be going and watching it solo, I mean, yeah, it's not as much bang for your buck to have it at home unless you're just that afraid of COVID, which I feel like COVID has been, even though it's been sort of kind of all over the place right now, I feel like it's honestly been getting a bit better in the sense that I don't feel like so far afraid to just go to the theater and just sit. Maybe it's just because I've been, kind of working at a retailer where I have to work out in like a public space. So maybe that's the reason why I sort of kind of feel okay with it. But I guess with other people with higher risk and whatnot, though, that's probably not a possibility for them, though. So it kind of makes you think and question, like, with Disney Plus and like whether or not they're making like extremely good moves in comparison to HBO Max, like what you're seeing with Godzilla versus Kong like this. Like, and just kind of makes you think a little bit, though. But I think in terms of that, I think that's basically all I have to say on this whole entire Godzilla versus Kong segment that I got going on right here, though. But I'm just going to go ahead and take a short little break here real quick, and I'll be back with the next topic here in just a moment. Alrighty, so I'm back at it though. All right, I had to take a little bit of a water break right there though. So let's go ahead and dive up into the next topic though. So looking at the next thing I have up on my list, for some oddball reason, I had absolutely no idea that this was actually going on at the moment though. But apparently, Kevin Hart, the Kevin Hart, is supposed to be playing a role within the next Borderlands movie. Now we know honestly with all the different video game adaptations that basically sort of kind of been spinning off from Detective Pikachu. Like we had the Sonic movie, now we had the sequel to the Sonic movie already announced. You had the Mario movie. We know we have the Mario movie and just a crap ton of other ones. Every single time I had to sit down and think about all the different ones, like it always comes to me so slowly. Like I think there's a Resident Evil one that's coming as well, and also like a bunch of different other TV adaptations one. But this is the newest one on the slate with a Borderlands one, and I was like Kevin Hart like representing Borderlands though. I was like, oh shoot, like I know of Borderlands, just through this through other people speaking and whatnot though, just talking about the game. I know some of my friends actually have the game as well though, but goodness, I was like, to think that Kevin Hart is going to be in one of those games, oh goodness, in a movie starring one of the characters. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. Like that honestly just sort of kind of like cracked me up, to be honest though. It was just something that was almost sort of kind of completely out of left field, something I wasn't really expecting though. But honestly, oh shoot, like Kevin Hart though, like why? But oh shoot, like I guess, hey, hopefully this doesn't go bad or anything like that. Like honestly, if Kevin Hart is in it, it has to be funny. Like one of the other things I really did like from him is like him playing those Jumanji movies, which honestly was just based upon like a certain kind of board game though. I mean, I just really love all the different movies that Kevin Hart has been up in, especially that one with The Rock and a lot of different other people. That one dude that also played in Space Jam as well. Oh shoot, like goodness, like everything he almost is in is, it's always going to be a spectacle. You're always going to get some good laughs and stuff. So honestly, a little bit of gaming news within the movies franchise though. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. It'll be something I like. Not really much of a Borderlands fan though, but whenever that movie does come out, honestly, I'm probably gonna go ahead and watch it. I feel like I'm obligated, not because not because it's the crossover with Kevin Hart and Borderlands, but just to see how Kevin Hart represents this video game franchise though. It'll be pretty cool though. I will have to say it though. Now moving on to my next topic over here, I got over here is none other than Celeste's third anniversary has happened within this week, and they decided to actually release out called another little game called Celeste Classic 2. Now, if you played Celeste, which you can get it on the Switch, costs about like $20 or so. There's like one point of the game where it actually allows you to play like a sort of kind of like a mini game-ish sort of kind of game right there. And within it, it was able to like you were able to basically play like a miniature version of what Celeste be in like 8-bit form essentially. And you got to zip through there. Well, essentially this is like the sequel to it. And honestly, they just dropped it out. It's free right now. So if you do want to play this game, all you have to do is I know Nintendo, they were the ones that kind of tweeted it out, and that's how I figured out about it though. But if you just search up Celeste Classic 2, it's just gonna pop up on there, and you're gonna basically be able to know exactly what they're. You're gonna see the game though. Essentially, you can play it on your phone, which that's how I did it. Or I'm pretty sure you can play it on PC. It's gonna primarily be on one of those two different versions. Didn't see it pop up on any consoles such as like Xbox, Switch, or PlayStation or whatever though. I didn't see it pop up on there though. But honestly, within this game, it's very simple and very simplistic. All you're doing is just kind of running through the game, normal like Celeste. However, instead of you jumping and sort of kind of like boosting through the air, sometimes like what you did in Celeste, the main difference with this is you shoot like a sort of kind of little string, or like more like a grappling hook, let's say. But you shoot out this little grappling hook and it attaches you to the wall and you can hold it. So basically with this game, all you have is two main buttons. You jump and you grapple. That's all you do. However, I did sort of kind of like the little bit, even though it's super simple, I do like how it has a little bit of complexity to it. It doesn't really take you a very long time to get through all of it. You can sort of kind of speed run it. You know, you can take a screenshot of how long it will show you exactly how long it took you to beat the game and stuff, like normal sort of kind of statistics that you normally get within Celeste. So honestly, that was just really cool being able to go through there and see that. So honestly, I really did have like a little good bit of a fun thing though. But it's crazy to think that Celeste has already, been out in the market for 3 whole years. It was honestly a game that I really did appreciate at the time whenever I did get it, which I think I got it back in 2018. I remember the game came out in 2017, but I think I got the game out roughly around 2018. So I honestly really did enjoy it to death, and I really do want a Celeste 2, like a full official sequel. However, I don't know exactly how long it actually took them to actually, create Celeste and go ahead and put that out. I don't know exactly how long the development cycle is for that though, but I imagine with how well that game has done, I imagine they probably possibly have that running in the back of their mind or some kind of spiritual successor to it. I know they have to, as big as a hit that game was. So honestly, it's something that I really want to see, especially more so after playing this little bit of an 8-bit adventure just to celebrate its 3rd anniversary though. So honestly, y'all gotta let me know down in the comment section down below if you ever played Celeste. How much did you like it? Or if you did and you didn't enjoy it, also just let me know as well on that game as well though. But that's pretty much all I have to say on Celeste, and I'm gonna go ahead and take another little bit of a pause break. Don't mind me. I just gotta, I just gotta let my throat chill for a moment though. Just enjoy more of the Xenoblade music I'm about to put on now, and then we'll go into our next topic shortly after this. All right, so I'm back at it again. All right, so let's go ahead and dive up into our very next topic, though. The next thing I have to discuss is Xbox Live Gold has recently went, I don't know, just off the fritz. Like, I was like, what the freak is actually going on right now at the moment, though? But Xbox Live earlier this week has announced that they actually wanted to double their price in order for you to basically play your games online. And I was like, wait, what the heck? Like, originally, the cost for online for Xbox Live Gold was essentially $30 for 6 months. So you put, 6 months together for a full year. It basically costs you $60 a year to basically play your games online and stuff. And however, the weird thing about this whole entire thing that I figured out is it actually costs you to be able to play those free to play games such as Fortnite. You have to actually have Xbox Live Gold in order to play that, which is kind of crazy because, with Nintendo and as well as Sony, they don't require that from you in order to play free to play games as well, though. So honestly, that was a little bit crazy. The matter of fact that I actually heard about that and I was like, alrighty, all right, Xbox. That was sort of kind of weird though. But I remember this. I was at work. I saw that little notification pop up and I was like, dang, they really gonna go ahead and do that? And I was like, you have got to be kidding me though. And they were doubling their price. So essentially, what was used to be $60 a year, they went ahead and just upgraded that and said, you know what, you're gonna have to pay $120 a year. Now, the reason why they're pretty much doing this was the matter of fact that, with this, they knew that, this will basically devalue Xbox Live Gold. And we know with Xbox, they're trying to push everybody to Game Pass, particularly Xbox or, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, essentially. That's what they're really trying to push all these people to. So it was a really kind of weird, but yet scummy way in order to do this, though. And I imagine like some social media person, just made this announcement, did this on Friday, was just trying to walk out the door, though. But then, everybody that might have been working with Xbox or some of the higher ups were probably just going through and like, wait, what the heck? Like, dude, you see all this backlash we get? We're gonna have to run back in the office and reverse our statement and do some quick PR stuff. And essentially, what they were trying to do was reverse it, try to make themselves actually look better at the end of the game. Because not only within the same day that they announced that the price was going up, they said, you know what, we messed up today. It has been a good day for us. And they literally said, we're going to take it back to where it was. On top of that, those games that are technically considered as free to play games, we actually going to make them free to play games. And it's not going to require you having Xbox Live Gold. So they're trying to make it seem like, you know what, at the end of the day, them making this decision, they were trying to, at the end of the day, say, you know what, even though we messed up and stuff, make themselves look better at the end of the day in comparison to what they basically started off the game. Because at the end of the day, in terms of us being the consumer, we basically walked away with games essentially being free to play games, at least being absolutely free. And we don't have to worry about that no more. And Xbox Live Gold manages to still be the same price. Now, that is a little bit scummy, though. And honestly, if you were to even look at some of the Twitter comments that most people have made underneath some of these different posts on that day, you had some of the people that obviously were like, man, this is super anti-consumer and everything, though. But at the same exact time, you actually saw some people that were actually supportive of them saying, well, maybe they actually needed a little bit of money, or especially you definitely saw them, creeping out of the woodwork whenever they said they reversed it. And it's like, oh yeah, good for Xbox. So, but this makes you think like, shoot, honestly, you really needed to be one of the people that just needs to kind of speak out, because honestly, with a lot of different things within the gaming industry, people don't usually, or people try to attempt to speak out, and oftentimes, we kind of get the short end of the stick. We don't really get to see like the benefits or even changes that might be happening behind the scenes, though. But this scenario right here goes to prove and show that having the voice and just letting your voice be heard along with many different others can actually have a great benefit, and can actually drastically change the decisions from the higher ups that work at all of these different gaming companies, whether it be Xbox, whether it be Nintendo, whether it be Sony. I mean, shoot, just let your opinion be known. Because if we were just to sit back on our chairs and just honestly just stay chill, nonchalant, just take everything that's given to us without proper criticism, productive criticism, we won't get any changes or anything that sort of kind of help advance them to be better than themselves than what they were the previous day. So this little story right here was honestly something I really did like and enjoy. And honestly, you know what? Don't say thank you, Xbox. Don't give them a pat on the back. Honestly, give your own self a pat on the back if you're one of the people that actually spoke out about this, the Xbox, and say, you know what, we're not going to put up with this. Hey, you might be affecting our prices, A, B, C kind of a way, though. But when it comes to X, Y, Z, I'm just putting my foot down. And enough people put their foot down on that day to honestly where they were like, okay, you know what? Hey, we ain't gonna stand for this no more. We ain't gonna tolerate this no more. So honestly, that was just a really good moment right there in terms of just people kind of speaking out for Xbox Live Gold. And hey, you know what? We the people, we managed to walk away with, free to play games for Xbox though. So honestly, even though I'm not, the biggest Xbox fan, I know my cousin plays Xbox. I occasionally play some games with him though. It's just a really nice thing to be able to go ahead and see though. So that's basically all I have to say on the Xbox Live topic. Now moving on to the next topic I have over here is none other than Resident Evil Village. Now I know they had a Resident Evil event that happened within like the past week or so, and honestly with this I gotta put my 2 cents up in there though, because by proper oh gosh, I had a request from one of my friends. They're like, hey, you gotta talk about it, and I'm like, oh shoot, this lady right here has been like the talk of the town. And I was like, yeah, got to be kidding me. Like what did people see about this? Like literally they see this woman, and a Resident Evil woman, and she just busts through the door, and then you just see that body figure, you just see that physique, and then all these different people are just simping on this girl so hard, and I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. Like why in the world is this even a thing though? I mean, I get it, she sort of kind of has a decent sort of kind of ish figure though, but I'm like, alrighty, y'all, like, it's time to stop simping. It's time to stop. And I've seen so many different memes on that day. Like, it's been absolutely crazy, though. And honestly, just speaking about in terms of the gameplay itself, I mean, it seems pretty cool and stuff. And I think we're going to hear quite a bit of, quite a bit of positive feedback in terms of, how good this game might actually be, though. But the one thing I honestly see a lot of people talking about is Resident Evil's multiplayer. Like, I saw a little segment within that within the Resident Evil showcase, and I'm like, I don't know what's up with them in multiplayer, but honestly, it just does not look good to me. I don't know why they sort of kind of try to keep focusing on this so much. Like, I feel like, like they just keep trying and trying and trying time and time and time again. However, I just feel like they're just not hitting, a good stride with this. I don't know why they don't just like officially just kind of like just put all their assets into the single player concept, because I feel like that's the thing that most people really look forward to with Resident Evil games. So I'm like, I just don't get it though. I just don't get it though. But honestly, I'm just hoping that hopefully they might just I'm just hoping that they just go ahead and just do it. Like I don't even know. I don't even know, man. But just looking back at this lady though, I'm like, internet, you need to just go ahead and take a chill pill. It's time to stop. I mean, really, it is time to stop. Like y'all gotta chill down. Oh man, I'm just cracking up right here though. But oh shoot, okay. I was like, all right, man. But I think that's pretty much all I got to say on that Resident Evil segment though. Man, I'm probably going to have one of my friends here jumping in shortly here in a bit, though. But I'm going to go ahead and take one more little break right here, though. And I got quite a bit of stuff to say about this very next topic, though. And depending on, what all that my friend honestly wanted to talk about as well, we might have to do a little bit of backtracking just so I can hear his opinion as well, though. So just stay on standby, and we're going to go ahead and take this break. But I'll be back here in just a moment. All right, so it's about time to go ahead and talk about one of my biggest, but one of the meatiest things I have to go ahead and talk about within this podcast right here. Though it is none other. Oh shoot! I thought honestly, after we had the addition to the Mario limited edition Switch that was coming out, I was thinking, whole freaking shoot, like they were gonna go ahead and do it. Like I was like, a lot of people sort of kind of felt, felt kind of like a split, like whether I look cool or not. Honestly, if you were looking at that Switch, just the red style Switch itself was honestly really cool. You didn't even have to necessarily put the grip with it, and I did sort of kind of like the look of the red grip, but that wasn't something that was gonna get me to chunk my wallet at it and just say, you know what, I need to have it now. Despite me having a somewhat sort of kind of faulty Switch, if this likes to overheat after I played a certain amount of time, depending on the game I'm playing, it was just something that I just, honestly wasn't gonna put money into it. However, Nintendo, particularly Nintendo in Japan, decided, you know what? Let's give them another reason. Let's give Zard another reason why he should buy a second Switch. Mind you, I did not buy two 3DSs. I literally had my OG 3DS the whole entire time. Nothing has convinced me to get another system. But I think they finally managed to try to reel me in, because essentially they announced that none other than a Monster Hunter Rise limited edition Switch, or special edition, should I say, is coming out to Japan. And I was like, oh, freaking shoot. If none of y'all have known by now, and if you hadn't seen my logo, or not even my logo, my mascot, or my whole entire channel, you might know I'm a diehard dragon fan. Like anything relating with dragons, wyverns, whatever, I'm a big fan of it. So seeing that wyvern on that dock with the gold on it right there, honestly, whole freaking shoot. I was like, dang it, Nintendo. However, I was like, but looking at this at face value, minus the pure beauty and aesthetic of the actual box itself, I was like, okay, that's skin cool. It kind of piqued my curiosity though, but it might not be anything that I might be particularly just need to go ahead and chunk it, despite me actually needing an extra Switch though. But then it hit me at it again and said, not only is it getting a Switch, but it's also getting a Pro Controller. And I'm like, oh shoot now, because literally, I kid you not, I honestly thought with the Pro Controller right there, I kid you not, I literally thought, man, I do like that dragon on there too. Like that, the gold imprint with the directional buttons on there as well. I literally have to say, whole freaking shoot. And to the one person, or to anybody that might say Charizard is not a dragon, I mean, I still say he is. I still say he is though. Oh, oh shoot! In record time, in record time, bro, you're gonna keep singing like this. Okay, there's my friend Sanikyu, and he literally comes in on the Monster Hunter segment though. But
yeah, I sensed a disturbance in the force. I sensed that you were talking about Monster Hunter, and I showed up.
Bruh. Okay, so
Yeah.
I literally, the only thing I said so far was literally like, I was just saying they announced it. I was like, they could not ever get me to buy another Switch, especially
Until they showed off
was.
the Monster Hunter.
And I was like, dang it, like I really do love myself some dragons, and I see the dragon on the Pro Controller, and I see it on the Switch, and I was like, shoot, yeah, got to be kidding me though. But oh shoot, man.
Oh, that ain't a dragon. That's Magnamala, but I can see why you think it's a dragon.
I mean, it's the weird thing is about it is I actually looked it up, and I searched the name and everything though. I was like, what is him? And he said they literally say that he's a wyvern, unless somebody else messed up. Unless someone messed up,
No,
they said he was a wyvern.
no,
I don't know.
he's a brute wyvern.
And a wyvern is just another kind of I don't know if you call it a category or what though, but another way how you can essentially call a dragon. It would have been like one of those ones that, not like the wings. You have dragons that don't have wings. Most people, when they think of dragons, they have wings, but this will be like a version of it that honestly doesn't. But I still like his design though. He's a pretty cool monster. He's a pretty cool boy. Can't beat my boy. Can't beat the traditional boy. Oh gosh, I can't even think of the name. Rathalos. Yeah, can't beat Rathalos. But shoot, he's number two.
You like his design in Smash Bros, huh?
Yeah. That's a pretty sick design right there. I gotta give it to my boy right there.
Oh
I
no,
like I
there's
like
some
the
cool
fact how you
monsters.
mentioned your icon and how you like dragons, but fucking Charizard ain't even a dragon.
Sir, you can't just pop up in here and just throw trash on my boy like that though. No, if he has the
He's not a
if he
dragon.
has the dragon typing, I'm going with it. And you know he's
Does
based
he
upon that
does,
dragon anyway though. So that's all I'm gonna say, Haxx. That's all I'm gonna say.
He's not wrong.
does he even have the dragon typing?
He does when
Well,
he mega evolves.
Mega Charizard does.
Is that the one that has his icon?
Yes, and that's the one I have
Yeah,
as my
it's the blue
icon.
one. That's
Okay, you know what? I'll give you the pass. Just
See?
this one.
Yeah. Now it's debatable if you just say basic one, which honestly I give it to you on that one as well though. But yeah though, oh shoot. But I'm like I can't determine which one is the base or the one I'm most excited about this limited edition. Is it the Switch itself, the dock, or the Pro controller? I've been kind of going back and forth, just like looking
I want to
through
get
all the
both.
different ones. And I'm like, bro, I know I was getting the Pro controller, but I'm like, I'm just waiting for it just to get announced to come over here to America. Like that's the one thing I'm just waiting on.
Yeah,
And I was like,
the Switch is pretty dope.
it is, and I was like, because like, what was it? It was announced originally for Japan, and I thought this was just gonna be one of those things Japan only. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna import
Yeah,
it.
because like this looks way too good for like America to get, and then they announced it for Europe, and then there's hope.
And then I was like, okay, because they started. I was like, I think it was gonna be just Japan only, but they announced it's coming to Australia, it's coming to Europe, and I'm like, oh shoot. I was
Oh,
like,
they announced it for
yeah,
Australia?
Australia's getting it too, and I'm like, well, shoot. I was like, okay, if you're doing Australia, you're doing Europe, that basically essentially means it's sort of kind of coming west. It's like halfway west because
Here's
it hasn't hit us yet.
I think here's like their way of thinking. You know, with how World, it's like their biggest like selling Capcom game in a sense. I think they're banking on making a Nintendo Switch version of Monster Hunter,
Uh huh.
and with and they're hoping it's gonna sell like 10 million,
10 million
which you know,
units itself.
which you know, well, I'm talking about like the game,
Oh, okay. Oh, the game itself. Okay.
because like this does help advertise it, you know, because like look at it, it's sick.
I mean, shoot, like even looking at the back of I think the back of the Switch kind of got me the most excited about it. Like I'm looking at the back of the Switch, I was
Uh,
like, you got like the dude with, I guess it's like the traditional, I guess you could say protagonist, even though you can have different kind of variant stuff. But you know like those little flaps that are like behind the dude. Just seeing that and like sort of kind of
yeah,
like the flames ish thing, and then you get like some of the other symbols on the right side on the back of the Joy Cons. I was like, that's just kind of sick in my eye though. I hate how the kickstand messes it up though, but that design is
yeah,
pretty
I
sick.
am miffed about that. I am miffed about that.
It's not the first time they messed up the kickstand. Let me look at the red switch.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. I don't
The
know what's up with
ew,
Nintendo and kickstands like that. Like, I'm trying to think. Was there any other? Oh no, Animal Crossing. Did Animal Crossing did that was that one colored or was it black too?
I mean the back part of it is black. There's just some like small decals. It doesn't really matter. And that's on the kickstand. It's the dock that I like.
Yeah.
It's pure white. Has Tom Nook and his nephews on Lone Island.
Wait, on my channel we call him Tom Crook.
Yeah, he's a crook. Man, he was a crook in the first game.
He's been a crook since day one, and since Alexis got me on that train, I literally just been calling him Tom Crook. But yeah,
Yeah, that's his name, Tom Crook. You know, I wish Tom Crook got in instead of Isabel. To be honest, man. Because then like he grab, he throw you, but he steals some of your money.
bro, if they literally put Tom Crook in the game, or at least in a future entry, you know what? I gotta main him. I'm like Isabel kind of whack, and Villager, he ain't that. So I'm like, but they put my boy Tom Crook up in there though. I actually would try to put the time in to try to learn him.
But what would even be the difference in moveset? What would he even have?
All
Well,
of his
he charge you bills,
all his
and if you're
moves
not
cost
on
you
time, you
money.
get charged interest. uh, Wait, what else are we talking about? Oh.
But yeah, we were on that Monster Hunter Switch, and then we diverted a little bit whenever you talked about, or when the limit or the special edition for the Animal Crossing Switch popped up though. But I was looking
All
at this
right,
and
Megazord, I have a question for you,
what is it?
and this is like a transition. Did you talk about Vampire Lady?
Oh shoot! I already talked about it though, and I was like, I'll do a little,
No.
I'll do a little backtracking just to see what you got to say up on there. Let me
Like,
go ahead and put the
nah,
thing
you
back
gotta,
up. I gotta put the thing
you
back
got,
up.
yeah, you gotta put her up again, cause she's too top tier.
I already said what I got to say about it though, but what was your reaction to whenever it got revealed that the Resident Evil? I guess it's sort of kind of like a direct little thing, but they were showcasing off bits more about the game.
Well, the first trailer, like the very first one, was like, oh,
Oh,
that's dope. And then like this newest trailer, like holy shit, they're putting like elements
Top
from
tier.
Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 7 together.
I
It's
already said.
basically Resident Evil 4, but in first person.
Hmm.
Which I gotta tell you right now, Zar, you gotta play Resident Evil 4. I'm telling you.
Man,
I
It's
still gotta play it.
I know I gotta play it, and I'm like, I literally, I think like, what is it? The game normally costs, is it $20 on the eShop normally, or is it 15? Or no, I think it's 20, but it gets discounted to 15 a lot.
yeah, it does get a discount a lot, but honestly, it is worth the 20 MSRP.
Hmm.
Because like it's one of those games that I've played that I would give the timeless rating. Like it never gets old.
Dang.
And there's only like few games I would give that rating. Like the other one would be uh what is it? Oh yeah, Ocarina of Time, for example. Dragon Quest 11. Those are games I would never get
I
like
still
bored
need to.
of. And
I,
another one is Breath of the Wild.
I still need to play Ocarina of Time. Well, I played it, but I didn't finish it. I can't remember exactly how far. I think I got an hour or two in front of it. Only reason why is because I was playing it on the 3DS, and I was like, dang, I really just want to play it on the big screen, and then I just stopped.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Honestly, with this year being Zelda's 35th anniversary, they might do a collection.
That's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm banking on. After what we
I
saw with the
I
Mario one,
hope
has to be.
because like I don't know because if it was only three games, my games would be Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, and Skyward Sword. But like I'd hope they add in like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on top of that.
I feel like, which, dang, I'm gonna wind up talking about it now though, but I have it in a video coming up probably this Friday though. But if they had to pick any those games, I feel like they're gonna wind up pulling the same thing like what they did with Mario. Like Skyward Sword is gonna be its own thing because it hasn't got an HD remake. They could sell that separately and get their $60. They're gonna get that from people. However, in terms of the other ones
Yeah.
with Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, those already have HD variants. It makes sense. They were on the Wii U. Some of the last Wii U ports that kind of come over to the Switch make sense. Those would be in the collection. That kind of makes sense. Now, now after that, it makes sense because then I'm looking at it. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, what in the world? And I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
I love how we're talking about Zelda, and then and on the
got the
screen is
late,
just
got that
big
lady
booby
on it,
vampire lady.
and I'm like, bro. I'm like, bro.
Oh yeah, did you hear about one of the voice actresses for like the one of the enemies passing away?
Oh no! Wait, wait,
Yeah,
maybe. I remember hearing
yeah.
something about it, but yeah.
One of the vampire like voice actors
Yeah,
just away.
Dang.
I
I'm
decided
guessing.
decided to
Huh?
pop in here for a couple minutes. Hey,
Oh, what's up, Steven? Bro,
It's a Steven Jr.
all y'all just showing up in here though. But
Yeah, they
I mean,
I'm not
yeah, an
staying
hour
for
late or
long.
anything.
Yeah. I see. I was just hearing about you guys talking about the Zelda thing. I feel like for a Zelda collection, the most obvious things would be um Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, and Twilight Princess. At least for me, I feel like
for like the Fallen timeline or something.
well, it was yeah. It's
No,
the
not
the child
the
timeline.
Fallen time. Yeah, the child
Like
timeline.
I feel like for their collections, they usually like to do games that like are completely different in like almost every single way. So like they would most likely just do If we had to take one,
64.
if we had to do one from N64, one from GameCube, one from Wii, it would be so obviously Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, and then Skyward Sword HD is their big like incentive to get it. The first way to play that
Yeah.
in HD.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
But
it's like the same way they did with the Mario collection.
and then and maybe since maybe Zelda would actually have unlockables like Master Quest or something for Ocarina of Time. Probably not.
I mean, there's always the 3DS version.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Wait, did Ocarina of Time 3DS have Master Quest? I forgot.
Yeah, it did. It also had motion
Okay.
control.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I like the 3D. I honestly like the 3D versions better, but I see why people like the originals.
No. Here's the thing with that. Ocarina of Time 3DS is a good port / remaster
Why
remake,
do
whatever.
people? I know with Majora's Mask, I know it's like the Zora thing, but why do people not like it? Besides that,
Well, it's the Zor thing and the fact that it's too bright. Because you have to understand, when it came out
Yeah.
on the N64, that game was dark and
yeah,
in
definitely.
its lighting. It had better lighting, basically.
I think
And
the
that's what
first
gave
time.
it that this game is dark as hell. And then you really got more into it when you did the side quest. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, I
And
think
that
the
was due
first.
to them not having time,
Yeah, the
not
first
finishing
time.
some things.
Well, yeah, I feel like some of Nintendo's most critically acclaimed games came out of time constraints, like Melee, Majora's Mask, a couple other ones that I can't think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Majora's Mask, as long as I get a Majora's Mask on Switch, I don't care.
That's the thing
I
I
will
keep
play
thinking
it.
about is between Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, and Wind Waker. I feel like one of those games is going to get cut, and if it's
Do
going
you
to be a
really
game that's
think they're
get
gonna
cut, it's
pick?
going to be Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Reason why I say
No,
that is
you
because
think
if they cut my boy Mario, I feel like they might just cut my boy Zelda. That's just my gut feeling. I hope I'm
you
wrong. I
really,
really hope
do
I'm
you
wrong, but
really
I just
think
Also,
don't
they're?
know.
You
sorry,
really
Wait,
think
what?
they're?
What,
as to what you
Steven?
said in,
I was saying, do you really think they're gonna cut Ocarina of Time from a Zelda
They're
And
not.
that's why I
anniversary
feel like they
collection?
might cut Majora's Mask though, because I feel like they wouldn't
Yeah.
cut Ocarina of Time.
What do you? It's it's the thing. Here's the thing. It's the Galaxy 2 thing. The games are Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask are so mechanically similar that I don't feel like having both of them in a collection would fit. I guess if we're gonna take 3D All Stars as the way that they did their
Wait,
collections.
are you saying that they wouldn't fit on the cartridge?
Oh, I mean,
As a
because
collection.
having the exact, it's like having this, two games with the same engine and mechanics and stuff like that. Because
I mean,
let's
Okay.
if we're gonna be honest, it is built off of Ocarina of Time. If we're talking about Majora's Mask,
yeah, because I don't see them having trouble porting
no,
those games.
that was never. Yeah, that's not what I meant. They would, having to port those games would never be the issue. I would say the issue would just be they didn't put Galaxy 2 because of any issues with the game. They just didn't put Galaxy 2 because having both Galaxy and Galaxy 2 would probably be redundant.
I don't
Really?
see how it'd be redundant. It's just
Yeah.
having two awesome games on it.
Yeah, we see it as having two awesome games, but at least for them, they probably see it as having two very similar games when they could
Okay.
save Galaxy 2 for another collection.
Meh, I'll just keep my Wii copy of the game.
No, I think at least for me,
Allow me
Yeah.
to introduce to you the Zelda Collector's Edition on GameCube, which had both Ocarina and Majora.
yeah. Yeah, at least
Oh
for me.
yeah.
Wait,
they
that had
did do
that had
that.
original NES. Wait, say the
And
games
Zelda
again.
Yeah, it had the NES. Not the
And-
NES, N64.
It had Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask, and a playable demo of Wind
Yeah.
Waker.
Wind Waker.
And Wind Waker. Wind Waker got the short
Yeah.
stick, bro.
I forgot about that collection. Did you know I saw that I saw this game in particular at a Bookman store?
Did you buy it?
No,
How much was
I
it?
thought about getting it. It was like $60.
Bro, you should have got that mess, bro. I feel like that's like a rare
No.
one.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say one more thing about a Zelda collection.
Let me look it up. I'll look it up in the meantime.
All right.
In conclusion, I feel like if they take the 3D All Stars route, we'll have Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, and here's like where you guys might disagree. I feel like we're gonna have the GameCube version of Twilight Princess with no HD
No,
alteration.
No. You can't do that. No. No, you don't go. You
can't
don't
do
go
that.
and put the old version of something that you have a new version for that you did not sell that well because of the Wii U's failure of a poor success.
But then
You don't waste assets like that. You got the HD version. Just put the easiest thing out. You know, Nintendo, they put the easiest
Okay.
thing out.
what do you mean?
What-
Putting out the ROM of the GameCube one seems like the easiest thing to do. At least
All they
in
got
our
to do
time.
is just straight port the HD version. It's already done.
Not gonna do that
He's
though.
not. Here's the thing, though, Zard. He's not wrong. You say it
Porting the
yourself. They're
game-
go for the easy route, and we're already seeing with the Mario collection, they're just dumping ROMs onto a cartridge.
Listen, as stupid as it sounds, adding that amiibo functionality probably takes more work than putting the GameCube ROM in.
I mean, they could always just put the Wii version of the game and then just like
yeah, but that's what
upscale
I
it.
feel. I feel like they're
Or
not gonna
they
do
could
that.
just-
Bro,
I feel like
literally.
Nintendo always
But
has a
that's the
good
problem.
thing. and
If
a
you
bad
put the
thing.
Wii version of the thing and then you try to upscale it, it's just easier just to do the thing that's already there and done. If
Alright,
you're talking
so
about upscaling, if you're talking
a
about
loose
upscaling,
a loose copy of the game, like the Zelda's Collector's Edition, is $52. Complete $74. New $150.
oh shoot,
Wow.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's it being like new, you know.
yeah, new. I got you.
I feel
Complete.
I mean,
It's
compare it to.
74-ish.
Yeah.
I mean,
If they
compare
ever-
it to.
For a Zelda
Fire Emblem on
collection,
GameCube.
yeah, for a Zelda collection, I do not have high hopes just because the last good collection they did was Kirby's Dream Collection, which was like 9 years ago now.
Yeah, I heard about that. I'm like, God, holy shit, they went all out.
Yeah, like no, it's not even like because they had like extra levels that were just like the ones in Return to Dreamland, so it was not just the remasters of old games.
The only collection of games I want is Dragon Quest 4, Dragon Quest 5, and Dragon Quest 6.
So many other companies do it well. Mega Man Legacy Collection, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, so many others. Well, specifically
I mean that collector's edition was kind of ash online.
Capcom. Online.
Like the online
no,
was ash.
but like just having the games all in one place, it's better than anything Nintendo's done recently.
But I mean, Nintendo ain't gonna do that because they know they can just release them separately and make a lot more money instead of throwing them all in.
That's the problem.
That's
the
my
thing.
argument. Twilight Princess on GameCube. They're gonna market it as a 64 game, a GameCube game, and a Wii game. It's gonna have Skyward. Yeah, like I feel like that's the best way that they would possibly market it. And still make people mad, of course.
That's the thing, though. They do that, people are gonna get mad,
Yeah.
and they're gonna
Yeah, but
hate Nintendo for it.
If we're really gonna be honest, they're not gonna do a Zelda 30th Anniversary Collection. It's just gonna be Breath of the Wild 2 as their holiday.
It's 35th.
It's
35th.
35th, man. Get it straight. It's
35th.
35th.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. 35th. But yeah.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild 2 is their big holiday title for 2021.
But that's the problem is, you said 2021.
Yes.
I mean, that is
I mean, but
a
that's
very
but-
big game
But that's
when you
the
think about
problem,
it.
though, is we don't know how much COVID probably affected Nintendo. I would say before COVID happened, yes, I feel like it
what do you
definitely was
mean?
going to happen. But if for
Sorry,
some
if
reason, if
anything-
they keep pushing their schedule back, we don't know what's all the internal stuff that's going to be happening within their, within what they got. Because honestly, they be sitting on games for long times and stuff, though. But
If
I
I-
just don't know. For some reason, my gut is telling me they're going to try to shoot and get it out this holiday season. But I would
Alright,
not
if I
be
had-
surprised if they push it back to like March, like what they did with Breath of the Wild.
If I had, here's the thing, Zard. If I had to make an educated guess, I would honestly say that Age of Calamity was supposed to come out early 2020, and then that was supposed to be the big build up to Breath of the Wild 2. Like I would say Breath of the Wild 2 was supposed to be holiday. I would say that was supposed to be holiday 2020, and then that got delayed.
There is no way that you can tell me that you were going to think to put Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in the early half of the year and turn around and put Breath of the Wild 2. That didn't make no sense. You would have most people
how would that
holding
make no
back
sense?
and then going to the other one.
Hold up.
They had Mario Kart 8
Hold up.
Deluxe. They had Mario
So,
thing. They had Mario Kart 8. Okay,
how long did they say that COVID delayed them a couple months, right?
But we're looking at
I
the
think
Mario
on
Maker 2
record they
thing.
said a couple months. Although that's
The
just
Mario
PR people
Mario
talking.
Mario Maker 2 already confirmed how many months. Everything was delayed 5 months because
5
the Mar
months, November.
yeah,
Okay,
from
November. Let's go back 5 months in November, shall we? October, September, August, July,
I've been a
June.
fool
It would have been out in
and you've
June
been
if that were
childish.
if it affected
yes,
You
this too.
fell down.
and
You
it would
got
have
her
been
chasing sweeter dreams.
yeah. I
Never
feel like
could hide the
that would have
truth
been much better.
in your eyes.
Uh,
I'm
When
sorry,
when, when
I'm
you
singing.
dropping when you're dropping that mixtape, Sanikyu?
Huh?
When you're dropping that
I'm
mixtape,
singing. I'm sorry, I'm singing Bakamitai.
bruh. All right,
yeah.
who's? All right, go ahead.
But yeah,
What?
I was. I don't even know. I don't know. Everything was delayed 5 months because the Mario Maker 2, like basically the Mario
I
Maker 2
love
final
you
update was
is
supposed to be
something you
in
never
April, along with the
said.
35th anniversary
Couldn't
direct.
get it out. Always just
So,
put
like,
away.
in my opinion, Age of Calamity
So
was
then
June,
why,
and
please, why
then
won't you
Breath of the Wild
tell
2 was
me
November. But
why?
you know,
You
not
could find
anymore.
the words to say
Yeah, because I get what you were talking about,
goodbye.
Steven, in terms of
I'm
just
such
having
a
the different
mess.
what
I'm
is it?
lost.
The different
I'm
games and
no
getting
good
their
at this.
delayed or release
I'm
dates
in
by
Yeah,
like
love.
certain amount of
Still
months
in
though,
love.
but I just feel like
Still
things are a
in love
little
with
bit different though.
you.
yeah,
Hard
but
as I
at least because
try,
here's the thing that like
can't
I take into
even
account.
drink this pain
I don't even know.
away.
The thing that you have to take into account is that Breath of the Wild 2 is a much bigger game, so I feel like it gets delayed more than another game would.
I see what you're
Like
talking
with
about.
no, because like you got multiple teams working on it. You got like half a Monolith Soft working on it, and then you also got Nintendo's teams working on it.
That was my back in the day.
Yes.
But I was just singing it in the background.
Yeah, as I was saying, Breath of the Wild 2, I feel like that game would have fit perfectly into
Well.
2020, like late 2020. And then even without COVID, I feel like it was going to be delayed March 2021, and then they would have marketed it as the 4-year anniversary to Breath of the Wild. Still can't believe it's going to be 4 years in like a month or two. God damn.
All right. Well, I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting.
Zelda.
Oh,
Yeah,
go.
I don't know.
All right.
I was just
So just
saying. No, I
one
was just
thing,
saying. I just think
So
Zelda 35th is going to be good.
What were you about
you
to say, Hex?
mentioned the Skyward Sword and maybe having them sell it for like $60.
Yeah. What about it?
If
They
they
can't do. They can't do that.
They done it with
That is
every
one-
other. They done it with the past two HD remakes. What makes you think they ain't gonna do it again?
Those were filler titles. They literally made those just so they could have Zelda title out that year. This is the
like,
35th anniversary.
Here's the thing though, I would play Skyward Sword because I haven't played it yet, but I am not dropping $60 to play that.
I started playing Skyward Sword on my Wii U, and Zard told me, "What are you doing? Wait." And I'm like, "I'm not gonna buy this $60 port when it's most likely just gonna be the same game." They can't really improve Skyward Sword enough. Like the only reason why
I
I bought,
just
yeah.
I just borrow Cho's
Alexis's.
copy of the game.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah, at least for me, like, you know, the only reason why I bought 3D All-Stars was for the improvements to the older games. But with Zelda, that you can't, you know, they can't really improve much besides, you know, making the games widescreen or like better frame rate, which they're not gonna do, as they've already shown with Mario 3D All-Stars.
Despite how everybody feels, I don't know. That's just my gut. It just makes too much sense. I don't think Anuma is gonna break that cycle with his Legend of Zelda games. This would just be the last one to HD. Just put that price up there. You know it's gonna be rather have it $60 now than have it come later down the road. And who knows if we're gonna have $70 games within the next June.
Zard,
What?
Zard.
Can I add a new topic?
Depends.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
already talked about it, but we can rewind it back.
No!
I'm telling you, man, you were late, but oh shoot.
Oh my god.
Quick
Okay.
question, Zard.
Oh shoot.
I
What?
gotta ask you. You said like this is supposed to be your pop culture segment, right?
Yeah.
Then why the hell did you put it as Skull Island?
What is Skull Island?
You put it in the upcoming sessions. You put it as upcoming. You put it as Kong Skull Island trailer. Like, wait, what?
It's not the right movie.
The wrong movie.
You know what? Every time I bring up
Zard.
Kong, every time I keep thinking Kong, I keep thinking Kong Skull Island. But in my head, it was saying one thing. When I typed it out, it was another thing for y'all in the Discord chat. But y'all knew what I meant. But anyway, though, what do you got to say? What do you got to say about this trailer, though, Sanikyu? Since you brought it up.
It's so dope. I'm so excited for this movie.
Wait, are you a Godzilla person or are you a Kong person?
I've always been a Godzilla person.
Dang. For me,
I mean, I
always
like
been Kong.
I like Kong. I like Funny Monkey, but like Godzilla is like my second favorite kaiju.
Second favorite kaiju?
Yeah.
I think first
It's
is
like, at
Kong,
least-
second is Godzilla for me. And I can't even think about all the other ones, but I feel like they were trying to do like a multiverse sort of kind of thing. I mean that's what we're
like,
getting with these two, but I felt like they were trying to do it with some other ones, but yeah.
Like number one favorite is Mothra. Second, Godzilla. 3, King Ghidorah. 4th, Kong. Kong is up there, but like he's not like top three. He's
Seen
top 5.
somebody talking about how in one of the first shots of the trailer you could see like Mecha Godzilla or something.
Yeah.
So like
That's
that's
the theory that Godzilla is being controlled or by Mechagodzilla, or
probably
that's
just
just
is.
Mechagodzilla in disguise.
That's what I
Yeah,
honestly
like,
feel like too, because if you think about it,
it's
with
like-
Godzilla in the past couple of movies, he's been the good guy. So it's like, why in the world you make him almost seem bad and pull in Kong
At least to me,
from his
Well,
island
the
to
first
fight
one
him? I don't know.
in the 2014 one, he was sort of the antagonist, but like just decided to like mess up the Mutos. In the King of Monster, it took Mothra to convince him to help, because like it was in like the Heisei period where like Mothra was always the one to convince Godzilla to help humanity, and that's how he eventually became the good guy. Or was that the Showa
wait, so
period?
this would yeah. Wait, no, I was gonna ask something. So hasn't it already kind of been like hinted like how the movie's just gonna play out? Like with them, I guess like at the end of it, they're probably gonna team up to take down Mecha Godzilla, most likely.
Either Mechagodzilla or like some alien kaiju or something.
Yeah, because like at
So-
least to me, like this seems like one of those movies that a lot of people are hyped for, but then it's gonna end. It's gonna have like only 15
Hi,
minutes
how
of
are
the
you?
really cool
Excellent.
action.
Oh,
What?
Zard, Haxx posted a picture of Mechagodzilla.
Let me see. Oh, probably here in the Discord.
Yeah, in the
see.
Discord.
It's like that's
Note the
definitely.
computer screen.
Here's the thing, that definitely is Mecha Godzilla though.
Oh yeah, that
No
one
doubt
little that one little scene right there. Yeah. Let me see here.
But yeah, like I was gonna say, I feel like this movie's gonna be very similar to Batman v Superman, where it's 15 minutes of cool action, an hour of people talking.
Nah.
And-
That's nah. No, Batman v Superman was absolute trash.
Yeah, but people kind of convince themselves that it's good.
They convinced
So
themselves.
yeah,
that they were good.
that's how you stop a man
Have you
in a bat
seen-
costume that has a kryptonite spear. Say his mother's name.
But have you seen the people like begging for the Justice League cut, like and acting like like having that cut of the Justice League is gonna make that movie any less bad? Like they don't. And then Wonder Woman was kind of trash as well. Like I'm not gonna buy HBO Max for that. I'm just gonna look
Hey,
at the
my
movies
parents had
online.
HBO Max, and that's how I watched it. So I was like,
Yeah,
all right, that's
I-
that's what I did.
Zard. I
What?
need your help. I need you to. Well, if you have HBO Max, I need you to record the Godzilla vs Kong, and then send that to me.
Bro, what?
Put it in
So
a
I
Google
thought-
Drive so I can view it from there.
Sir,
listen,
no, I ain't trying to do all that.
listen, the
Come
only
on.
thing,
Come on,
the
Zard.
No, I
only
can't. I
thing that
can't.
I need,
Come
I
on.
can't. At
Me
least I
neither.
can't.
the only thing that I need HBO Max for is Space Jam 2, baby.
Come on,
shoot.
Slam.
I'll say no. When that movie comes out, no, I gotta have a full review discussion on that. Like that's just a whole thing.
Oh, I love Space Jam.
Because we know we're gonna wind up making so many references with the old one and then comparing it to the new one from Michael
Gotta
Jordan's The LeBron.
fly like an eagle.
One movie I'm kind of looking forward to that I don't see a lot of people talking about is the new live action / animated Tom and Jerry, which I think the animation in it looks pretty neat.
Oh, that one's
But
gonna
hopefully
that one should be fun as well. I'm looking forward to that
Hopefully
one
it's
too.
good. Hopefully it's like it all depends on the writing, really.
Hold on. I have to say something that Taco Cho wants me to say, and it's this: do not watch Love Life.
Yes.
It's absolute garbage. They look like aliens with the bug-eyed looking faces. My God, they're so it's so uncomfortable to look at.
There's this
I don't know how. Okay, there's Shato. I said it. Disgusting.
In the YouTube chat?
Bro.
No, it was in the Discord.
Wait, no, he's not.
Well,
No,
YouTube
oh
too.
my God.
Discord, YouTube.
I'm surprised he didn't say something about me.
Damn. But yeah.
I'm hyped for the Godzilla vs Kong. I will say that the song they used was trash, but it did its job.
I felt like it was the traditional stuff. I did flip out, no joke, whenever I did see the trailer because I honestly wasn't expecting to have a trailer on that day. And I was like,
yeah, me neither.
And that was the thing. I think the part that had me like, whoo, like that part right there. I think it was like when I saw Kong like popped up like a steel board or something. I don't know what he had in his hand, but he was coming down on Godzilla while he was shooting the laser out of his mouth. He was about to smack that dude up in the head. I was like, whole freaking shit. That part right there.
I think the one thing they need to do for like the soundtrack, they definitely need to hire the same dude that was in charge of it in King of Monsters that came out in 2019. Bear McCreary.
I think the best thing about that Godzilla vs Kong trailer is the one thing I seen where they just put Gangplank Galleon over it, and it's just K. Rool and Donkey Kong.
I saw that.
Love that image.
Oh, and then I also saw like a meme where it was like what Fury Bowser, and he was looking down at I guess Godzilla coming across the water or whatever. Though I don't know whoever did that edit on Twitter though. That actually looked really cool. It almost looked like it was just naturally there.
So many. Too. I seen both of them with the drip. Is one of them I seen.
No, I seen Godzilla with the drip.
Bro.
Dripzilla.
Yeah, Dripzilla.
Bro.
I don't know what the internet does half of the time, but
I don't I love the Godzilla. Yeah, that's the one. Zard, post it. You have to post it on the stream now. It's right there in the Discord in general. It's too funny.
It's too funny.
It's too funny.
What the heck? Yo,
it's too funny.
I had to get it up on there. Oh shoot! I was like, what the freak?
You should make this as your thumbnail, like part of your thumbnail.
What the heck? That cracks me up. Bro, like what the heck?
Like that. It's like whenever Godzilla shoots a laser, it's just a very slow moving cannonball going towards Kong.
Bro,
like,
that's fun. That's funny right there. I did love that whole freaking shoot though. That's why I go with my boy DK though. That's why I go with my boy DK.
Like the best, like the only thing I kind of like about it so far are the memes, because like I personally think the movie, it's gonna be really good for those 15 minutes of action, but I don't think it's gonna have much besides that.
Nah, it could have more action than that, because like with the first time they meet, the second time in like the jungle gym like city setting, and then the fight with Mechagodzilla.
And there's that one scene of Godzilla and Cyberpunk 2077.
Because we all know at the end of the movie, it's basically be Kong, instead of Kong versus Godzilla, it's gonna be those two fighting by each other against the Mecha Godzilla or something.
Well, and here's the thing. I feel like that's gonna be the coolest scene in the movie. Just like both of them probably teaming up.
I mean, like the coolest scene in this trailer is just seeing Kong's like sock
Oh, yeah.
the absolute
And one
shit out of
I
Godzilla.
know.
One thing
He's
I
like,
I
in
mean,
a, he was like
yeah,
in a
like-
wrestling match, like like within like,
Like-
those WWE matches, like where they get the chair and they slam him on somebody's head.
No, like you see like a huge ass gorilla just standing on its leg, just standing up and just like sucker punching him.
like
That is so dope.
bro.
do really like the CG. CG in it was pretty good.
No, like 2014 Godzilla and then 2019 King of Monsters, like the CG is like amazing. And I love how the colors look in King of Monsters and especially in this
budget?
one.
What is the budget on this movie?
Silvio says
No,
Keanu
no.
Reeves appears
'Cause,
at
like-
the end.
No, like this movie needs a huge budget, mostly because it's another Godzilla versus Kong. Like the original one, they did like a couple, like hundreds of thousands,
It's just-
I
it's just the
imagine.
whole-
But like
So-
it did so much at the box office. It was like
Yeah.
one of the longest standing Godzilla movies in like in terms of like budget, but like box office.
Which
gonna
is kind
compare
of
it to
crazy
something else.
looking back at it though. But what were you about to say, Steven?
I was gonna say I'm gonna compare it to something else. I was gonna say Justice League could use those tricks because that movie's budget was so high.
Whoa.
It's
We don't
horrible.
talk
I
we
mean-
don't talk about Justice League over here because
Right.
besides Wonder Woman, no, it ain't Wonder Woman and Batman. That's like the main things I do from DC because that Justice League movie. I remember watching it. It wasn't that.
Listen,
I was
man,
like,
At least,
no.
at least,
It was
at least
missing
Aquaman.
stuff.
At least Aquaman.
No.
kinda looks stupid. At least he's kind of funny to look at because how stupid he looks.
The only good movies that I liked from from this era of DC, Wonder Woman and Captain Shazam.
I have not seen Captain Shazam yet, but I feel like
Shazam is actually pretty good.
Don't like
Is it
Wonder
the
Woman. I don't like Wonder Woman. That's just
is
me.
it
What?
the Shazam movie? Where's the kid with the
Time to cancel Steve and he hates women.
Oh
Uh
my!
oh. You can't talk about my woman like that, man. Sir,
I
that's
get it.
enough
Yeah.
to kick you out.
Simp.
Okay,
Uh,
is Shazam? Is that the one where
No. Although I have heard bad things about the sequel to Wonder Woman. What was it
Oh,
called?
yeah.
98? 88?
1984.
Or 1980, something
Okay.
like that. Something like that. It was okay. It
84.
wasn't as good as the first one. That's just my opinion.
I think the villain in it had really good acting, but he was just stupid. It was just really was it because there was all this stuff about like wishes and stuff, and it's like
What? Where is he a magic genie?
yeah, but then one of the characters just has their body. Somebody just has their body taken over for half of the movie, and no one seems to care. It's like Wonder Woman's old boyfriend shows up in this random dude's body, and she's just like, okay, I guess it's just like this now.
Oh, look. Apparently it's the pirate figures being sold on Amazon Japanese.
Nice. Are those
I already
things,
have mine
are they still being made?
I already have mine pre-ordered. No, so they did the first one and they stopped for like a very long time.
Wait, you're talking
producing it?
about that
And
one that's
this
like
is the- this is the
$300,
second
right?
run.
You're talking about that $300.
No, I'm talking about the one that's like 400 to 500.
Oh no!
Sylveon said Keanu Reeves appears at the end.
I
for the
mentioned that.
Godzilla.
I mentioned that earlier, and I was like, "Bro,
He plays the voice for Mecha Godzilla or some stupid shit.
bro."
I don't
It's just
know.
like- it's just-
I kind of want to hear
He
him say. I kind of want to hear him like do the Godzilla voice.
just
Bruh.
Ah,
that's hot.
Oh boy.
It's just Will Smith as Godzilla.
no, he's too busy being genie.
Oh, he fucking yeah. That's another movie with bad CGI.
We should have like a. I don't know if you want to do this, but like a podcast or some kind of just like bad movies and good,
Bad movies
like
and good
bad-
movies.
or movies that are so bad they're good,
The other night,
like Kung Pao, like Kung Pao.
Bro.
Haxx has the new cat. What year was it? The Cat in the Hat, the live action one.
Oh, the one with
The one where
what's
he
his?
says,
I forget his name.
the one where he says,
Mike
"Do the
Myers.
power." Yeah.
The one with Mike Myers.
Yes.
Oh, you know what,
One-
Sanikyu? You know what? Since you mentioned about the good movie, bad movies, I was thinking the next time I probably would do a podcast anyway would probably be 2 weeks from now, which will be right after the Super Bowl. Which we got to talk about commercials if they're good during that thing. The commercials
Oh
anyway, though.
yeah.
So I'm
Yo,
like,
what
you know
if
what?
they announced the Monster Hunter Nintendo Switch thing at the Super Bowl?
Sir, no. I know Nintendo got money, but they ain't gotta use money like what?
another-
I
Well, well, shoot, we might actually get.
I don't know.
I mean,
if
they did it with Pokemon.
I mean,
Remember?
they did it with Pokemon Go, and that was the
Sorry.
main big thing. And I felt like, and they did the Switch, the Switch trailer whenever it was.
Yeah,
like
they also
2017,
did the
they
Switch
that.
trailer too. So they might do, the Monster Hunter. Like, I don't know. It depends if they want to like invest that much into Monster Hunter. Because
Yeah.
like they're probably gonna be like banking on another world like situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you discussed this yet, Zard. The Sonic voice actor thing.
You know what? That's the one thing I did not bring
Okay.
up, and I was sort of kind of debating on whether or not. But I guess now that I got all y'all in here, I
You
know all
should
y'all want to
have.
throw your 2 cents up here. Maybe it was a
If
good
you
thing
had-
that I
okay,
waited.
you-
All right. So like, me and Silver are
Someone
on
throw
the
me a
same
good image.
wavelength.
What,
Me and
about
Silver are on the same wavelength of us being happy that Roger Craig Smith is no longer playing as Sonic.
I think he does. I
I'm-
think he does a good Sonic when he has good lines. That's my whole.
Yeah, no, that's his thing, but he gets shitty lines, and that's the other thing I want to talk about. The writers are finally gone. And we were like so happy. Me and Silver, that is. We were
Honestly,
so happy.
As stupid as it sounds, my favorite line from him is not even in a Sonic game. It's in Wreck-It
It's
Ralph.
from
It's
really?
in Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah.
Uh,
Roger Craig Smith playing him. My favorite line from him is just the stupid way in Wreck-It Ralph 2. He just says, "And Wi-Fi is the internet."
I don't know. Like I prefer. I like.
best voice actor for Sonic.
Shut up, Mario. Kick him out of here.
He's
What,
a-
what the freak, man? Hey, no. You don't show up here out of nowhere, and just because it's a topic that you might want to throw your 2 cents in, now you're just gonna pop up. Oh heck no!
Kick him out,
No.
Zord.
No
already
copyright
gone.
law in the universe is going to stop me. Stupid lines. from-
Wait, Haxx, which one do you have? Like some from the Showa period or the Heisei period?
I don't have a lot of Zilla movies, honestly. Okay, let me rephrase.
Please.
I don't have a lot. Of
Okay. Well, you said
I
Zilla.
do have Zilla.
Hold on. I mean, when I first saw it, I didn't think much. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then when I later got into Godzilla, I'm like, what is this?
Like, I don't have that much. I really need to get more Godzilla movies.
I have Shin Godzilla, the 2014 and the 2019. I already like bought a copy of the original Gojira movie.
I have Gojira. I have the English
All right.
version of the King of
Oh
Monsters.
no. Wait, do you have the original Japanese
Yeah.
masterpiece or?
Gojira, 54.
I think.
Oh, you have the English one.
I have both.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I
gonna
have
go for now.
2014, and I have Shin. That's all I got.
Wait, did you say you have to go, Steven?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late over here. I'm gonna go for now. Probably just like go on Discord for a little while and then
I
go to sleep.
really should get more movies.
All right.
All right.
But
See you guys.
all right,
It's
see
fun
you
talking
Later,
about
Steven.
how-
ladies,
It
Steven.
was fun talking about how Zelda All Stars is gonna be bad.
Well, if it ain't gonna be called Zelda All Stars, it's probably gonna be called Zelda something Triforce Late. I don't know,
No,
course
Zelda
it is.
Master Collection.
or Master.
Actually,
or
yeah,
that
and
too.
another Master Collection's a pretty good name for it. Well, actually, wait. Actually, yeah, because all three games are like I was gonna say, well, like all three games prominently feature it, and then Skyward Sword is like the creation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like that's possible. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
now.
All right,
Bye
well, see you,
bye.
Steven. So jumping back on that Sonic thing real quick, I had to mention this. Apparently, I guess there's been 4 or 5 different voice actors for Sonic, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, I knew it switched around a little bit though, but to me,
I
I'm
can't.
like, oh, okay.
Low key, one of my favorite ones was Urkel.
Urkel.
Yeah, I like him as Sonic.
Bro. Because I'm looking at this right now, and I threw up a random image I found off of Google, though. But I was like, I was like, what the heck? I was like, this dude, like, I guess the one that we currently had, he's done everything after Unleashed, I believe, up until what we have right
Yeah,
now.
that's ironically when Sonic just started going downhill again.
And I was
Turn the
like,
writing
bruh,
as well.
like he did the Sonic movie thing. I guess obviously Forces, everything else, the Boom related stuff. I was like, okay.
I know. I like. Okay, I will give Roger Craig Smith this. He's a good Sonic in the Boom series, like the show. I mean, not the game.
I'll give him that. He did do good in the show.
In the show, it was kind of funny. I mean, I never sat down and watched
Yeah.
any of the shows, but I always saw those clips on Twitter because everybody, every now and then somebody found something funny, so I saw it. So that's how I essentially watched the show through clips.
I've
Though.
been a fool. And you've been
But oh shoot! So
childish.
I mean, like for me, I don't know.
You
I don't have
thought
super
I
strong attachment on the
got
voice
her
actors,
chasing
but
sweeter dreams.
it's okay with
Never
me. But I
could
mean, like I'm fortunate
hide
they had
the
to let the
truth
man
in
go. But I mean,
your
whatever though. I don't know
eyes.
which way Sonic's approach
That's
might be
how I
going this
knew
point forward
that
though. But you got anything else to say,
smile was a
Sanikyu
lie.
or Haxx?
I love you.
I'm just glad he's
Is
gone.
something
As by him, I mean the
you
writers.
never said.
Oh, the writers. Okay, that
Couldn't
I was
get it
like
out.
that could be one thing.
Always just pulled
That could be
away.
one thing. Just seeing
So then why?
him move
Please.
though, because it makes me think like I don't know. I just hope that the Sonic series goes a better direction compared to what they've been previously doing though. But I think that's basically all I got to say about that though. If I can get
So
Sonic
good
back,
at this.
but,
I knew you were cracking up, sorry. Like I heard it in your voice, like you're trying not to laugh.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know
here's
about
the thing,
that.
though. Like, with the new writers, I hope we get better.
Yeah, I that was like the biggest news to me. Like the writers leaving, like me and Silver were like, let's go.
Bruh, y'all are a little bit too hype.
No, like he was so happy.
I know Silver's
Like
a diehard
when
Sonic
I
fan,
showed him the tweet where like the voice actor of Sonic was like, all right, I'm out, and the first thing that Silver said was fuck yes. And then he, in all caps, his next message was fuck yes.
Oh no.
And his last message after that, finally.
Oh, oh, bro.
I don't know. I've heard. I would like a Sonic by Max Middleman. He's the dude that played Ryuji in Persona 5.
I saw that. He could fit very well.
He would do a good fit. Like his own take on the character, and I don't know. He still has that teen like voice for it.
Like here's the thing though, like the video that I saw is like it's not even him doing Sonic. It's just him being Ryuji in Persona.
And actually, that's the thing. I like it.
Like
you want me to show you it, Zard?
Like you can hear a bit of the other voices in it, just a very little bit.
I posted it in general.
Let me see.
Like there's a even if it's not him being a Sonic, it almost sounds as if there's a hint of Drummond, Griffith, and the other guy.
Yeah.
Like it's as if it's like all of them in one voice.
I'm gonna have to give it a listen here once I'm done with shutting down this podcast though. But I'll go and listen to it here in a bit though. But y'all got anything else to say on this one topic?
No.
Alright.
I do have one thing to say though. It's not really on this topic.
Alright, what is it?
In conclusion, buy Dragon Quest XI-X Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition for your Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, or PC.
You forgot about Game Pass.
That's why I said Xbox One.
Well, okay then.
And PC.
Alrighty then. Well.
Okay. So, in conclusion, play House of the
Dead. Dang, that's it. Just play House of the Dead.
Play House of the Dead. play
バカ
Yakuza
みたい
play.
子供なのね
I like how the second I say Yakuza, you do it.
夢を追って傷ついて嘘が下手なくせに笑えない笑顔を見せた
Bravo. Bravo.
I love you もうろくに言わない口下手でほんまに
Bruh. Okay.
I want to learn that
Bruh,
song in like
you trying to
I want to
sing the
learn that
whole
song.
entire song. We'll get back with you later with your mixtape on that, because
I mean, I sang it in English, but I really do want to learn that song in Japanese.
bruh,
It's just a pronunciation of like of the words.
certain words. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I guess that's gonna about do it in terms of this episode podcast. Though I want to say thanks again for Steven and you, Sanikyu, and Haxx for popping up in here. Though Alexis popped in for like a brief minute, and I kicked out a Mario rat. But other than that, though, it's been a good second half. It's literally been like the tale of two halves. It's like me going through most of the topics, and then y'all came in during the second half, and then went back and reiterated on some of the other topics, like the what was it, the Resident Evil one, and the
Hey,
explode.
hey, the vampire lady, the vampire lady was important. Hold on, Zar, you gotta end the stream with vampire lady on the screen, please. Thank you.
Wait,
Please
I forgot
do
to ask.
it for me.
I forgot to ask. What did you say about Kevin Hart? Because I was on the stream when you did it.
Oh, I basically said it was kind of crazy. The matter of fact that he just sort of kind of popped up, or not popped up. The matter of fact that he was casted for that slot, and I'm like, you know how Kevin is basically like he's, you know, anything that he's gonna be in, you know, it's gonna be funny. You know, you're gonna be in for some kind of a good crazy time. And I was like, I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna sort of kind of shape up.
I'm
into
not seeing
Borderlands,
vampire lady.
but okay.
The thing is, though, Zard, like, I think it's a bad cast thing.
It's a bad cast.
Personally. Yeah.
Now, and that was the one thing I couldn't say too much about because I don't know the full context around Borderlands. So that was the one thing I felt like that I couldn't say too much about that. Like I know the character, I know him in general. I know he's a good actor, but with the context of Borderlands and how that's going to shape and fit, I was curious about that.
Not even good.
Zard, where is vampire lady?
Whoa! One thing
Also,
at a time.
Zard, do yourself a favor. Play Borderlands.
I probably do need to.
No.
At least some contest. At least
No, don't play Borderlands. Play Resident Evil 4 first.
No,
Okay,
I probably
do
would
that.
play Resident Evil 4 before I play that. To be honest, though.
Uh-oh, Sylveon told me I'm in bonk distance. Well, too bad I'm not. I'm in a whole other server. Catch you outside, bitch.
Bro, catch me outside. How about that? All right. Oh shoot, we've been going for almost 2 hours now, so I gotta go ahead and officially close it out though. But thank y'all. Yeah, it all right, and yes, it is up though. All right, so here we go though. So thank y'all all for joining my podcast for tonight though. Y'all really like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and that bell to stay up to date on any kind of gaming related pop culture stuff. I probably will be back at it again with another podcast. It won't be next week because I know it's Super Bowl next week and I got plans and stuff, so I won't be able to honestly, you know, have the podcast, you know, that week though. But the next week I should be back at it, probably talk about some other commercials. If for some reason, if we don't get a lot of gaming news between now and then, which I feel like something might be coming up around the corner about it though, but if we do get something, or if the stuff is very low, then we might honestly go with like Sanikyu's little idea and just talk about certain movies thing. It'll probably be more heavily pop culture. I didn't think like I didn't think the Godzilla versus Kong segment would be that long once I had Sanikyu over here though, but I'm always up for that though. But that's gonna about do it for this video though. So go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that bell. Stay up to date on anything I feel like discussing, y'all. So remember, y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.